Today we are going to do a tool called the test of a teaching organization. This tool actually is drawn from the work of Noel Tichy, who talks about winning organizations or teaching organizations, and offers a test of teaching organizations. You see, in a teaching organization, leaders take responsibility for developing leaders. Leaders believe that their job is to develop other leaders. Develop other leaders and they will do great things. That fundamental desire and obligation to develop other leaders becomes their driving force. In teaching organizations, leaders spend time developing leaders. Organizations like General Electric, Pepsi, these are teaching organizations where every leader spends a significant amount of time developing leaders. And what leaders do is they have teaching points of view. There's a teachable point of view that they offer. They don't just teach a skill, they don't just teach a specific piece of knowledge, a specific piece of data, specific way of doing something. They teach a point of view, a principle, a tool, as I call it, the leadership tools. They teach a point of view, a principle. By teaching the principle and then instantiating that principle on the specific instance, not only have they taught them to fish, but used it to fish for the moment. That's a great way to teach. In teaching organizations, leaders have teachable point of views. And then they embody those teachable point of views in living stories. Stories from their own experiences, from their own background, stories from the current environment, stories that illustrate that teachable point of view. When you teach a teachable point of view, tell a story about it, around it, using the environment that both the teacher and the student are familiar, and then instantiate that teaching point of view on the specific instance at hand, it has a lasting effect. Teachers embody their teachable point of view in living stories. And in a teaching organization, 10% of your time is spent teaching and 10% of your time is spent learning. 10% in teaching, 10% in learning. Ask yourself, do you do that? These 4 items constitute a test of a teaching organization. First, do leaders take responsibility to develop other leaders? Second, do leaders have teachable points of views? Third, do the leaders embody those teachable point of views in living stories? And finally, fourth, does the organization, every person in the organization, spend 10% of their time teaching and 10% of their time learning? That is a test of a teaching organization.